Welcome everyone to Sunday Fuel, where we go over the trades for the past week and the trades for the week coming up. This week in Bitcoin, oh my God, it's so much fun. I am getting better with the strategy day by day by day by day. Peter, some guy called me out on Twitter, right? I had posted a bunch of my successful tweets, successful trades on a chart, and I just like, hey, this is all the trades that I took, or at least a bunch of them that I took, and because I'm pretty happy, I was able to double an account value in less than 3 weeks. This is the second time I've done that, following my rules. I'm getting better at it. The big linchpin, the big problem in my system is me. So I want to do this being accountable outside. And the person tweeted out 9 times out of 10, if someone is like tweeting out their successful trades, they're gonna fail brutally. Actually, let me just pull up that tweet because I
Nine
thought it was pretty.
times out of 10, 9 out of 10 times, whenever someone starts posting their W's like this, a fat stack of L's comes knocking. I highly recommend you view this phenomena in an objective way in your decisions from now till the end of the week. Bruh, you don't know who you're talking to.
That's right. So if you think you're talking to somebody over here who just got in yesterday and are just happy about making a couple of good trades, I have failed so dramatically multiple times, and by the way that I've created these indicators, created these tools, and refined my understanding of the markets has been. I was born in the darkness. I mean, just brutal after
And
brutal after brutal things.
not to go deep into anything, but when we're talking about losses, like you hear those stories about people who are like, "This is the end for me." That's kind of where you were. Like we're talking about dark,
I have yet
deep in
to
the depths.
hear people talk about loss like I've had a loss. When someone goes, "Oh my god, my life is over," and I can't believe, and someone goes, "How much did you lose?" I lost $20,000. What am I? How am I going to tell my wife? You lost $20,000. Oh my god! I wish that's what I lost. I wish. You think I'd be sitting here talking to you guys? That's all I lost. Oh my god. Ah,
But out of
my
that loss,
what makes me happy is that what I lost was what I gained. So I'd gain and then I lost and then I gain and then I lost. I was
and
like, I keep losing.
the loss, if it wasn't for your loss, this damn signal that you have.
Well, I couldn't understand how I was getting things so wrong. And like you understand that okay, the market is made for max pain. You're like, why is the market doing this? What the market is trying to do whatever it can to cause the most amount of pain to the most number of people, right? Either you're not in or you got out, or you're in too early, you're out too late. It's always a series of pains. The person who perfectly picks the entry and perfectly picks the exit is rare, and everybody else is suffering. All right, so the market is max pain, and but you fool yourself into thinking, oh, I can tell where the chart's going to go. I can tell it's going to do this. I can tell it's going to do that, because sometimes it does. Oh, sometimes it does exactly what you think, and then other times it goes, all right. It's like you get hustled by the market. You're like, I thought you were going up. No, I'm going to go now down now for the next 2 years. Sorry, I'm going
Just
down.
follow the ball. Just follow the
Just
ball. The ball's right
yeah.
there. Just follow the ball. Just follow.
Hey, you're really good at this, man. I never had anybody be so good at this. Follow the screen. So I was so furious as how I kept making these mistakes. So I stopped trading altogether, and all I did was to create tools for myself to be like, hey, what had I had this tool? Would I have made this decision back then? I had all my trades and all my journal. I spent 2 years just going through everything, creating new tools again and again and again and again, reading new books, learning all kinds of different things. And now I feel like almost I'm to the point where I got a handle on this horse, buddy. I got a handle on this horse.
Nostradamus. Nostradamus is my name for you now.
Thomas, yeah. And so let's just go over some of the trades for the week.
No, no. So we're going over the past week.
That's right. That's what I meant. The past week. All right.
Don't trust people who haven't lost a lot of money in the markets. Don't trust them. It's like
Well, Peter,
a
I,
skinny
I,
shot.
I all the marketing books, not marketing books, market books and like market wizards and interviews. They always had this thing of like, how did you succeed? I eventually lost quite a bit of money, and then I learned that it was all about
Risk management.
risk management and position sizing, which I just could never get my mind around. I go, well, I lost 3 times in a row, so I better bet big in order to get back up. Plus, I know this trade is going to work. Ugh, ugh. And you do that twice, and you get high in your account, and then the one time you bet big, and then everything goes. So there's no point in if your strategy does not account for you being wrong 5 times in a row, 10 times in a row. Like if it doesn't account for that and you can still live and actually succeed, you have no strategy. But the part that no one ever tells you about, actually, Peter, I should just tell you this: the part that no one ever tells you about, and that always annoyed me, is that all these people talking about risk and position size, and yes, but they never actually give you details about the strategy. It's like, okay, great, risk management and position sizing all works if you have a good strategy. If you have a strategy that's worthwhile. If crappy entries, then you're gonna fail anyway.
That's what you
And
figured
so
out most recently. Your entries were like the big thing, right?
because sometimes you think a move starts to happen, and you're like, oh, I didn't get in right away, so let me just get in right now. Then you got to do a market order, and you want to get in right away. You missed what you think is 20-30% of the move, but you're like, oh, I got more move to go. You enter in, and the market goes, oh, I was waiting for you to buy. Now let's dump. Let's dump on you. And then you lose out over there, and then you sell out, you get stopped out, and then it moves back in the other direction, confirming what you thought was going to happen. You're like, oh my God. You get back in, it goes, ah, thank you. Your sacrifice is honored, and it goes back down the other way. Happens all the time. Okay, let me just go back to what I was doing over here. So, trades for the week. So, the strategy entries was like crucial. This always looks chaotic to me. Like when I think about it from a fresh point of view, I just see it like this is what the market looks like. Let's take away some of these things. So
And all these things you're taking away are indicators that are in your offering.
that's right. That's right. They're all very useful, required almost. And once you sign up to our system, you'll have access to it all for free as soon as it's launched. As soon as it's launched. I will, if you message me and we come to an arrangement, I do give people access to these things individually. So if you're interested, you can do that. Wait, I did something wrong here. The wave.
But I mean, it'll be launching soon. How soon?
A week, 2 weeks, something like that.
All right, so a couple of months, we should have it.
Right. Well, it started some months ago. Heck, it took me 2 years to build these things. All right, so we have here. Last week was over here, so it's our red bar. So you'll remember. Oh, I don't remember exactly what it said over there, but we did ramp into this, right? We thought, oh, right, it was the tweet came out and the price went up. So you'll
What?
notice over
What?
here,
Start over.
the strategic reserve tweet came out and then crypto rallied
Right.
because before we were looking for a trip down to 74,000 and then we rallied up, which is fine. Our indicator here tells us that we shift to a yellow area and then to a green bullishness. And the tweet actually came out on this candle right over here. And you'll notice, where did the price go? The price bounced right off the entry level. So remember, for us, if you're trading on the daily chart, if you meet these daily levels from the top, you always buy from there. If you meet it from the bottom, you always sell. So, for example, over here the previous week we're below, so we sell into this down. Here it's below, so we sell into this down. Here, the we didn't actually touch this level, and by the time we got up there, we were yellow. So you could sell into this. I think no, I didn't sell into this, but you could, and then you just lose this trade. And then when it comes back up over here, it turned green, and then we bounced right off that level, literally right off the level, and we went straight up. And where did we go to? Where did our strategic reserve trade go to? Exactly to the level that was missing up here, right? So remember, I was telling you, we always talk about the price being OCD, and so this was a level that was unmitigated, and this wasn't unmitigated because we touched it. This wasn't unmitigated because we touched it. This wasn't unmitigated because we touched it. And so when the price actually jumped, it jumped to the next level that was there. And because we went to that level and not this level above, which is our weekly, one of the weekly levels we're looking at, or even any higher unmitigated levels, it told me that that's all the move had in it.
Yeah, I was surprised when you came on and you were like, "We're going down," when everybody was like, "The party has just gotten started."
That's right, because we have no levels really at the top here pulling the price, and we still have 74 down here, right? We already hit 88, which we had talked about for, I don't know, 2 weeks before, whatever, 3 weeks before we hit there. 88 we actually hit, and then we still had 74 to go to. And so we were already headed down that direction, and the news is percolating, and so that's why the price jumped up, but it barely jumped up. It stopped right there. I waited for until the day close. So once our weekly candle closed, sorry, one second, let me make it clear. This, do you see here, Peter, this red bar?
Yes.
So this is the end of our week, and our weekly trade was we're going to head towards this level. This was the weekly trade level at 86 86.9,
Wow.
right? That was the level that we were aiming for that week. Where did we go? Exactly down to that level. Now, I closed my short over here, and then we ended up going lower still. So this is a practice I've been doing more and more now. Is that once we break below the level, and where did we hit? The previous level for the day before, and then we moved up. When we hit up this up from below, I short.
Hmm.
This is not a signal I'm going to be sending out, but it's something I've been doing on my own. Maybe I'll refine it and make that a signal, but you can follow this on your own. When you cross a level and you come back and you retest it, short again from that level, and then we carry down. And where do we go? Exactly to the next level down.
Wow, so eerie.
Exactly right there, almost to the dollar to the next level down.
So other people, other traders don't have these lines
Some do.
on their charts? I mean, you're saying
I've
this
never seen
like,
these specifically. This is why I made them, or I would not have spent my time building them. I'll tell you that.
don't you
Um,
find it eerie?
well, now I know why it happens, but we won't go into all the details for that.
Right.
So the price goes down there, exactly there. So I went long over here, right at the entry, and see if you don't do that, you see this candle here. How you see it's a tall wick at the top and bottom.
Mhm.
So let's say you don't get there, it bounces off, and you get in over here, right?
Mhm.
Then you get whipsawed in here. And at 50x leverage, that it hurts. You're like, should I get in? Should I get out? Should I get in? Get out? It's like this indecision candle. But if you got in over here, even if you were going to lose if the price fell over here, fine. But you're not FOMOing over here.
Right.
So here I bounce into it, and since we're done with our weekly trade, the idea now is that we're just bouncing from daily level to daily level, blue level to blue level to blue level to blue level. So where's the next blue level up for this? This is the next one that has been unmitigated.
Why are you calling
So
it
the
a blue
price is going to
level?
move into that direction, and so that's what happened. It moved and it went all the way up to all the way up to over here, right?
Wait, wait. Why are you calling it a blue level?
Well, these are blue. These are daily levels.
Oh, those are blue? Okay. It
Well,
looks
they're
green to
teal.
me.
I don't know if they look blue to you.
Yeah.
So we enter in over here at 85 81.5, and we know that our target price for that is up to over here, and because that is a 10% move, you're making 500%, so 5x.
Wow.
Just a beautiful trade. um so you get it to over here. I didn't hold it all the way. Like I got in over here, I sold out at one point, and my own indecision comes in, but the signal is a signal. It says you should go to the next level. Now, this level gets we hit this level up here, but do you see here now how this is unmitigated?
Yeah.
So that means the price has to eventually get back down to over there. And this is where I had a hard decision to make. So I started shorting from over here, right? Expecting to get down to this level. And then we kept moving up.
Mm.
The old Tom would be fooled by this,
Mm.
right?
Right.
But there are no levels around here. The other level was up here. There was just no levels around here. And so what I actually did, I could have done one of two things. What I could have done was just let this get liquidated around this level over here when it got too high, and then just look for another entry again, either when I move back or what have you. But what I did was add extra margin to my position. Basically, I added the value of my second position as margin to give myself more room,
So
and
you can
then
bring on.
exactly, so I could avoid the liquidation, and then it spilled over, and we headed down over here. So so this is a trade. I'm in here and I want to head down to over here. But then the next day happens, so a new level shows up. So I'm still short, right? I'm still short, and I bounce at this level. But I don't get scared out of my position because I know that the overall trend is down towards the 74,000.
Mhm.
There's nothing pulling the price up higher here. So at this bounce, um, I sell. I believe I sell over here. And then the idea here is that I already knew because this blue level's up here that I knew the level's going to be up here for the next day. So the next day I get back in over here. I just have a limit order, get back over here, and then we head back down. And where do we head? We head all the way down to here. Yesterday, Saturdays are tough. Saturdays are tough because it's the lowest liquidity days of Bitcoin. This was actually pretty narrow. So the idea here is that the price could either go up to over here or to over here. So it's pretty narrow. So every Saturday is like that. If we go back to, or nearly so. So this Saturday over here, small consolidation range. The Saturday before that, small consolidation ranges. But usually, if it's going to follow the trend after that. So I suspected that after this consolidation, we would head lower. And so I held the position and I covered my short over here. I missed this over here, fine, whatever. But the idea here is that the price should get back up, should be pulled up towards this area.
Didn't you say we
So
fall into, if we're below the line or whatever, we fall into the trade?
yeah, so often if we're actually in a bearish trend, when we're getting close to this red area, we actually fall into it. And if it's bullish, we fall up. So if we take a look at last week's, well, this was an anomaly because of the volatility spike because of the tweet. But let's take a look at although the trend did continue afterwards. Um, over here. So over here, we fall into the price. We fall into it. Sometimes it happens before. Sometimes it happens on. Sometimes it happens afterwards. But we fall towards. Same thing over here. We fall into the price. Let's look at a larger example over here. Fall into the price and then head up.
And that's
Here,
because
fall
we're
into it.
bearish.
Yeah, fall into the trend and then up. And the opposite happens if it's bullish. Here again, bearish fall. Here bearish fall. Um, here bearish fall. This fell after the price. Anyways, oftentimes we get
You
we
see a bullish right there on the left.
here.
No more. A little bit more right there.
Yes, but we
No,
were bearish before, so it fell into the price, and then after that, it changed.
no. I'm
Um,
saying there was one where I saw a bullish trend. Right? Isn't that the bullish right there? Right, left, right there. Isn't that bullish?
yeah. So here we rose into the price. We rose into the end of the week. But this is not. This is a consolidation area to me, so it's more like over here. So here we're bullish. We fall up into the price for the week. Here we fall up into the price for the week. So even though the trend is overall bullish, and so we get this move up into that area. I'm not trying to say that as a way to make a bet for that because you can never tell how far it'll go. All I'm saying is that the move that happens right before the week ends, I don't care about that move.
Mm.
I sort of fade it. So even though I was like, okay, we could fall into over here, I don't know how far we could fall. So I just covered my short over here. I'm not trying to be greedy. I already made my money from over here to over here, and from over here to over here.
So right now we're bearish.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're bearish until we're bearish until 74, my friend. I don't see anywhere out of that or until the signal says something differently. 74 is still pulling us. We do have this one level over here, this 96.5 area, but we don't have any. If you take a look at the liquidity over here, where we are in the liquidity, we're we're in this we started now this consolidation zone. In fact, it goes down a little bit more still. So I think this is where we get to 74 basically before the end of the month, and then we rise up. So I
So
don't bet on bullish long term trends until liquidity is up. Until that happens, I'm going with the trend.